The one Ayurvedic ritual that has transformed my dental health and my migraines has to be oil pulling. Trust me, I was someone who had a lot of gum issues, especially after pregnancy, a lot of sensitivity and migraines that were driving me crazy at one point in time. This one small change has really changed the game. Stay till the very end of this video because I'm going to share with you all the do's, the don'ts, the things that you don't need to invest in, the things you must invest, and really how to make it like a ritual or a practice in the morning that you can actually stick by, which makes it very, very important. So here's the first part. If you've been following me on Instagram, then you also know that I have been practicing oil pulling from I think the last 7 years, and I just believe that habits, when broken down into smaller steps and made it to work for you in smaller baby steps, is habits what you will essentially stick by, right? And this is something I've learned from my yoga practice, that if at start you can't get the complete pose, that's absolutely okay. You have to take baby steps. Sometimes you may need props, and that's okay till you reach your final step, and it's not going to happen on day one. I also feel like to be able to stick to a habit, you need to answer your why. Like, really, why are you doing it? Why do you need this so badly? And that makes you keep coming back to the habit again and again, versus it just being a fad diet in many ways. If there's one thing that I want to share with you is, please do not complicate it by looking at very, very difficult products or things that come out of plastic pouches or things that come out in sachets, because really oil pulling is not about that. It is about making do with what you have and sticking to it and simplifying it so you can really practice it on an everyday basis. Now, if you've seen on my feed, you've also seen that I'm a huge believer in the practice of Ayurveda. I've been a student and I'm still continuing to learn, and I really feel like a lot of the problems that we're facing today, the solution lies within our kitchen. Now let's break this down into a step-by-step approach and see how do we begin. The next obvious question is, Mansi, which oils to use? Now, ideally, you should be using cold pressed sesame oil, but it has a very strong flavor and smell. And if you're someone who does not like the feeling or the taste of this oil on day one, I would say it is okay to start off on the practice using cold pressed coconut oil. That's how I started my journey till I evolved to start liking the sesame oil taste. It's absolutely okay. Sometimes you may want to just add 1 or 2 cloves and mildly warm the oil and then keep it, so the taste of the clove sort of automatically takes over a little bit of the sesame oil. Now the next question to ask is, Mansi, when do I do it? The best time to do it is in the morning on an empty stomach. The first thing I literally do after waking up and saying my morning prayers is just put the coconut oil or the sesame oil, whichever ones you're using, into my mouth. And while I'm doing my other routine or making my bed and all of that, I don't even realize that 20 minutes are done. Now the next step is, how do you do it? So I'm going to take this oil. Okay, you can store it in a glass bottle. Okay, and then you take 3 spoonfuls. Now, very important that you're swishing it about 8 to 20 minutes in your mouth on an empty stomach without brushing. Some people say that you should do it after brushing but before scraping your tongue. That I typically like to do it before I brush, because then the taste of the oil after I've brushed is, has kind of gone from my mouth, because I don't like that taste too much. So I would say the most important part is, after you finish swishing it for about 8 to 20 minutes, even if you start off with 1 minute, that is absolutely okay. Please do not hold yourself, or don't give up the habit if you take a lot of time to reach from 1 minute to 8 minutes. It's absolutely okay. And the most important part, spit it out in your dustbin or in your commode. Do not spit it out in a drain, in your basin or your kitchen sink or whatever. It will clog the sink. It's the most important thing. I didn't know when I started this, and I think I've really choked up many times. The next bit to ask is, Mansi, but really, how do I spare 8 to 20 minutes in the morning? And like I said, I do it first thing in the morning. I make sure that while I am making my bed, I'm getting things organized in the kitchen, I'm removing my clothes for the morning workout, and I'm just organizing things, I don't even realize that 10 to 12 minutes have already passed. And that's how you typically start. You've got to multitask along with it, because honestly, yes, if you have young kids, it's going to be very, very difficult to spare 8 to 20 minutes in the morning while doing nothing else, and you'll automatically drop off the bandwagon and not be able to do it. Now, really, what does it do? It basically removes all the amas or the toxins from your mouth, and that is essentially what it does. And then you obviously brush, scrape your tongue, and you're absolutely done. And I also believe, and this was something that my Ayurvedic teacher told me, that she said that besides obviously the gums and oral health that is well taken care of, it helps in cleaning the teeth, removing the plaque, helps in alleviating arthritis. Many of my friends who've tried it have had reduction in their sinuses. For me, it's definitely been about reducing my migraines, because I used to get bad headaches, and it's really helped me for that. I think in general, because you're removing the amas and toxins, it helps in reducing inflammation in your body. So if this is something that you want to try this year, then I'd say break it down into simple habits. Make sure that you break it down into very bite-sized milestones for yourself, like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, such like that. There's no specific brand that I recommend, but make sure that it's cold pressed and it's organic. That's all that really matters. The biggest lesson that I have learned in all the practices that I follow, whether it's yoga, whether it's Ayurveda, is that you are not here to prove to anybody. What's most important is create habits that work for you and for your lifestyle and for your timeline. Do not try and follow it in the best form possible that a practitioner actually tells you. Do not follow it in a form that seems so hard that you will never even take the first step. Make it into small, actionable baby steps, and that's really all that matters.
For parenting tips, celebrity interviews, recipes, conversations with experts, DIYs, and lots more. Subscribe to Kids Talk Press now.